The Lost Mermaid, Chapter 18. The following day, Frank gazed out of the window of the cabin and saw an ominous gray sky, signaling a dreary day at Patrick's Point. He pondered how to fish in such unfavorable weather when the ringing of the telephone caught his attention. He sighed and walked to the phone, raising it to his ear. "Hello? Frank," he heard his wife's panicked voice. "Julie's gone. I can't find her. I found a letter from her this morning. She said she went to Patrick's Point. She said something about mermaids. I don't know what's gotten into her." Frank could tell Helen was shaken. Her voice trembled and he could hear a paper crinkling. "I'll read the note to you. Dear Mom and Dad, you may not believe me, but I found a mermaid in our pond. I have to return her to the sea. I am taking her to Patrick's Point. Don't worry about me. I will be safe. Please don't tell anyone about the mermaid. I will be home soon, I promise. Love, Julie." What? Frank felt a wave of dread wash over him as he held back a curse. How could Julie have done something like this? "Stay calm, Helen. We'll find her," he reassured his wife. He couldn't understand why Julie would do something so reckless. "I'm scared, Frank," Helen said, her voice quiet. "We'll locate her and bring her back home. Don't worry," he repeated, trying to keep his voice steady. He knew he had to stay strong for his wife. After hanging up the phone, Frank grabbed his hat and coat and stormed out the door, seething. He had left Julie behind to keep her safe, yet here she was, concocting some ludicrous story and coming on her own. He knew she had wanted to come, but he couldn't risk bringing her, especially not to this place. His eyes narrowed against the wind as it rushed past. Slowing, he came upon the boys sprawled out in the sand, playing some game. "Spread out, boys," he called. "Julie is here. We have to find her." Dale gave him a surprised look. "Julie?" Frank told them about the letter, then raced ahead. He had to find her before it was too late. Running up the hill, he stumbled and fell. Scrambling back up, he slowed to a walk so he could catch his breath. The ground beneath his feet sloped upward, leading him to the top of the hill where jagged rocks jutted up from the ground. From this vantage point, he could see a vast expanse of the sea, but there was no sign of her. The unending sound of the raging waves filled him with an overwhelming sense of dread. They appeared to be laughing hysterically, as if taunting that Julie had already been devoured by the sea. Just like Heather, she was gone, vanished without a trace. Shane came up, glancing around. "Dad, what makes you think Julie's here?" he asked. Frank scanned the ground. "Julie left a note saying she came here." Shane looked grim. "But do you think she would come to Patrick's Point?" His dad dropped his chin and fixed him with a stare. He sighed, dropping his gaze. "You're right, of course she would." Frank gazed ahead of him as he stepped over another rise, its height giving him a clear view of the shoreline. His eyes caught sight of an old, rusty truck sitting next to the beach. He knew that truck. It belonged to the Shelleys. Why was their truck here? "Oh, Julie, no," he said as he sprinted towards it. She had to be there. Shane and the boys stood there for a second, then ran after him. Breathless, they all arrived and gathered around, peering through one of the clouded windows. However, the truck was empty. "Julie!" Frank called out, but all he could hear was the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks. The truck sat there calmly, seemingly mocking him. Where could she be? Shane tried calling out a few times, but his voice was drowned out by the ocean's deafening roar. No one responded. Frank's anxiety continued to mount. What if he couldn't find her and bring her back? He slammed his fist against the truck. "Where is she?" he roared. "Julie!" "She's in the ocean," a voice said. Both of them turned to see Jared Shelley step around the side of the truck, looking at them seriously. "In the ocean?" Frank said, staring at him. "What are you talking about?" How do you know? What are you doing here? Jared opened his mouth to answer the bombardment of questions, but Frank didn't give him a chance. Tell me, boy. I can't tell you, but she will come back. You're an idiot, son. My sister died here. The riptide kills people every year, he screamed. Boys, get the boat. He would find her. He had to find her. If she was gone, he would never forgive himself.